This video was inspired by the person that told me to kill myself because I accidentally took 2 CS from them while playing bot lane as support once. Being toxic and toxicity in various video games just came about at some point, and I don't really understand why, but I know that it is the term that we use for somebody that we just feel should not be there and just makes the gameplay awful for everyone, and it can spread like wildfire and just completely wipe your entire team of any morals or motives to want to play and win the game that you're currently in. So what actually makes a toxic person? There's a lot of different factors, but I wanted to bundle it into 5 easy ways to tell if you are toxic. This first one's pretty easy. You know, you go into a game, you're playing, you're having a great time, but then there's that one guy that always has to chime in. It's like, oh, hey, you just got a triple kill, but I always get triple kills. I am the best League of Legends player ever. Have you seen my Katarina? Your Katarina is subpar, but mine's so good. It's like they're always trying to imply that they are better than you, that they are better than everyone on their team, that they're always right, and trying to reason with them like, hey guys, I've got this plan to do. Fuck that, your plan is stupid. Here's my plan, and if you don't do my plan correctly, then you're an idiot. Kill yourself. You're stupid, and I'm smart. Just that whole condescending, asshole-ish kind of attitude to talk down to other people around you to make them look better than they actually are. It's pretentious. It's so bad, and it's something that makes playing the game with that particular person so hard to do, and you will probably lose more games with a person like that because you're constantly asking yourself, do I really want to win the game for someone like this? Do I really want to do that? Or you'll spend all of your time and energy arguing with them about who's right over something as stupid as if cinnamon is tasty or not. Like, do you like cinnamon rolls? Are they good? Did you say no? How dare you? How fucking dare you? Cinnamon rolls are delicious, and they get into arguments and they try to boost themselves up over completely stupid things. This next one I want to talk about is when someone is mad. You can tell when somebody is upset. They start telling you that you're an idiot. They start calling you names like you need to go kill yourself, you fucking accident of society, that you're a fucking cock-a-fuck-a-knuckle monster from Satan's shithole. Things like that just really emphasize on when somebody is mad at you or not. And another thing that people will do is they'll even mention, I'm not mad, but you can go fucking kill yourself. I'm not mad, but you're fucking stupid and I want you to go fucking die. Or people that just start getting so angry that they fail to type or fail to talk correctly. They just start, you fucking piece of shit. And then when they're trying to type at you, it's just jibber jabber bullshit that doesn't make any goddamn sense whatsoever on the screen. You can tell that those people are mad. And if they have to tell you that they're not mad when they're explaining to you that they want you to go hang yourself, then yes, they are indefinitely mad. And raging, they just start cursing everybody out. Everybody's an idiot. My team fucking sucks. They will spend more time trying to write out a paragraph or a short novel about how awful everything is around them and that how their team is the worst thing that they've ever had to be encountered with. Like, I've had situations in CSGO where people were cursing each other out over the stupidest things. I've had people trying to tell me that they were the best opera in the world, and then they would miss a shot and then some other person would come and be like, oh, you're fucking shitty, and the person would go off on a tangent about how they're the best goddamn person in the world at this game, and everybody around them is just dragging them down. That's why they're stuck in Gold Nova. And then there's situations in League of Legends where people try to promote that they're the best players in the world, and then at the same time, when something doesn't go their way, they get really fucking angry, which I'll touch on that later. But raging at your teammates doesn't help you win games. It is a clear indicator that you are a piece of shit and that you're definitely toxic. But to go hand in hand with the raging aspect of being toxic, there is the harassment aspect of being toxic. You sometimes don't even have to be raging at somebody to do this one. You can just be waiting for them to fuck up, and then you have to comment. It's like, oh man, if only we didn't have this really shitty Widowmaker on our team. If only we didn't have this really shitty Riven player on our team that can't land a combo. Oh man, you missed like 3 CS, you're a piece of shit. Why didn't you get that op shot, dude? Why didn't you land that intervention no scope, man? You fucking suck. dude, and just constantly trying to beat people down, or one particular person you just constantly try to hammer over the head with how awful and useless they are, and every little mistake they make you have to comment on it, and every little thing that they do wrong you have to make sure that you let them know that they are worthless. You have to spend all of your time watching them and just waiting to berate them and belittle them and make them at least try to make them feel awful. And that is you. You are the harasser. And that is the third aspect of being toxic. One of those three things. If you are any of those, then you are probably a toxic player within the gaming community. And those are clear indications of such. Another indicator of being a toxic player could be a troll. If you enjoy making people on your own team mad, if you enjoy making people on the enemy team never want to play the game anymore, trying to use exploits and anything that you can think of to make sure that you piss someone off in each game, in every game that you play, maybe you are a troll and maybe you are a toxic part of the community. If you're the kind of person that says, if I don't get my role, if I don't get to play this specific hero or this specific champion in the game, that I am going to troll, I am going to feed, I'm going to intentionally do everything that can't be traced by an automatic ban detector, and I'm going to make you guys pay. And they go out and they carry it out, and sometimes they don't even have to say it. Sometimes they'll do things like, I remember oh my god, I remember this one time, I was playing in my promotional series to get into Platinum a few seasons back, and I remember that there was this Diana player that would say, alright, we're going in, and she would initiate a fight and then flash out as we went in, and she would just run back to base, and we lost like 6 fights in a row because of that. And we eventually were just like, what are you doing? And Diana just didn't say anything else. She would just say that she's initiating a fight, flash out, and walk back to base. And we lost that game because we were like, what are you fucking doing? And it's like, we didn't even understand. And then one person got super upset and everybody else got really kind of tilted and unhappy with the game because this Diana was intentionally trolling us, and we lost the game because of it. It's fucking shitty. Trolls happen. And you know, that day I learned, I was like, oh yeah, that was probably the best goddamn troll ever, because it was just so sleight of hand. It was like, she seemed like she wasn't trying to troll, but then when you thought about the actions and the consistency and how things were going, intentionally trying to piss people off and spamming question marks where it's like, I don't know, just playing the ignorance card, like, okay, I get it, you're a troll, I get it, okay, that's cool. You do you. You successfully pissed off everybody on our team, and now they're going to be angry for their next game and probably be on full tilt for anyone that comes up, and then they're going to turn into a rager and start yelling at people and harass them, and then they're going to talk about how they're the best player in the game and everybody should. It's just a vicious cycle of just going through the different steps of these 5 things that definitely make people toxic. Which brings me to my last one. Now, this one isn't necessarily as bad, because I would rather have somebody that silently rages, or I would rather have somebody that just, you know, bitches about their game to like a group of friends or another friend about how, you know, okay, my team's fucking trash and I'm really good. I'm okay with venting, but when there's no communication at all, when you don't do anything to try and talk to your team, when you make no effort to make any indication, just like you're basically a bot at that point. Like, we don't know what you're going to do. We don't know what your plan is. We don't know what your intentions are, because there's no indication of what you're going to do. You're not pinging that you're going to go to a specific area. You're not pinging that your ult's ready. You're not making any sort of indication like where you're going to go, where you want to go, not even using the in-game voice commands like yes, no, come on, let's go here, such and such, my ultimate status for League of Legends and Overwatch, just different things like that. Just clear indications of being able to talk with one another. If you're not using these things, then what are you doing? You're not helping your team at all. And that's totally fine, but if let's say that you're playing in a ranked queue, let's say that you're playing a competitive match, or you're ranking up in League of Legends, and one of the best ways to win if you want to climb is to talk with your team, even if it's just pinging to let them know that you're going back to base, which you can do. Just put it on your little base and ping, that's where you're going to go. That's so easy to do, and people can check that, they can see it. Or you ping back like, okay, I don't want to go in, so I'm going back, so I'm goodbye. And it's so easy to do, but people don't do that, and it's so frustrating sometimes to players, because it's like, you could tell us what you're doing, you could say anything, you could make any indication of what you're going to do whatsoever, but sometimes people just don't. And I get that at higher levels, people don't need any indication sometimes to just be coordinated as a solo queue. You could just be a very good solo queue player. Specific situations show up that you've seen before, and you're like, all right, we're gonna go in, and then so be it. You guys happen to just go in at the time because you have the intuition to know that things like that are going to happen. But for other players, it's not as easy as that, and we definitely definitely need clear indication of what's going on around us to be able to make a judgment call like that. So any sort of indication of saying, hey, we're going to do this, that's the best way to get things rolling. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know there's a lot of other situations that define somebody being toxic, and if you have any stories, I would like to hear about them in the comments below. But these are just 5 things that I found in different communities that are definitely pretty toxic behavior, and I want to hear your opinions. Also, if you like the video, or if this is someone you know, go ahead and share it with them and give that video a thumbs up, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. All right, peace everybody.